So does the devil go to heaven like at all? Does he like talk to God at all?
I'm sorry, does he go to heaven and talk to God, you say?
Yeah, does the devil talk to God?
That is a good question. And I will say it depends on whether you think Job is literal or figurative. Yeah. Clearly, Satan was at some point in heaven. All right, the Bible's clear about that, and then got cast out of heaven when he rebelled against God. He basically tried to put himself ahead of God. Whether or not he still has access to communicate with God, I don't know if it's explicitly clearly answered in the Bible. I tend to think he could talk to God if he wanted to, but he wouldn't necessarily be able to be in the presence of God. I mean, we can talk to God, right? And we're not in heaven. We pray to him, all right? So it can happen. The reason I mentioned the book of Job is because, of course, the setup in the book of Job is that the devil's going and Satan's going and talking to God and saying, I bet you I can get Job to curse you. And God says, no, you can't. Satan says, yes, I can. God says, no, you can't. Satan says, yes, I can. And then God says, go for it. Give it a shot. All right? And the whole rest of the book of Job is Satan making bad things happen to Job, and he doesn't ever curse God. He questions God in a way he shouldn't, but he never curses God. So obviously, if that story is meant to be recounting a literal historical event, then Satan was able to go into the presence of God and talk to him. Some, however, look at that and say that I think that's more like a parable. You know, it's meant to be a fictional story to teach a lesson, not necessarily an actual historical event. So it's the best answer I can give you.